Welcome back to English Shift. This is episode 2 in our Summer Travel English series.
In episode 1, we planned the trip.
Today, we go one step further. We actually choose between options.
And that's usually where things get interesting.
Because it sounds easy until you have to decide.
One hotel looks great. Another has a better location. Another has better reviews.
And suddenly, you're not just planning anymore, you're comparing.
And that's exactly what we're focusing on today.
We'll show you how to compare travel options in English.
And how to explain your choices naturally without searching for the right words.
So you can speak clearly, decide faster, and feel more confident.
Let's get into it.
Now that we're settled in, let's dive right into our first segment. Let's start with some essential vocabulary. Just a few key terms you'll actually use when comparing and choosing your travel options. Okay, here's our first crucial pair. Fully refundable versus non-refundable.
Perfect. Let's start with fully refundable.
Fully refundable means you get your money back if you cancel.
Exactly. So if a hotel is fully refundable, you could say to your partner, "Don't worry, the hotel is fully refundable if we need to cancel."
On the flip side, non-refundable means you can't get your money back.
Right. So you might think to yourself, I need to double check my dates first. If I book this non-refundable room and can't travel next month, I'll lose my money.
Now, let's practice saying it together. Repeat after me. Refund a bowl. Great, well done.
Let's keep moving. What if you aren't locked into a specific travel day?
That means you have flexible dates. It means you can easily change your travel days to find better deals.
Exactly. If you can travel anytime, you could say, "I have flexible dates, so I can look at different options before I decide."
Let's practice pronunciation together. Flexible dates. Flexible dates. Fantastic! You are doing amazing.
Now, think about the last time you booked a hotel. You probably checked if it had free Wi-Fi, a pool, or a gym, right? All of those extra perks have a specific name in English. Amenities.
Yes, amenities are those extra things that make your stay more comfortable.
Exactly. So if a hotel includes free parking and Wi-Fi, you could say, "This place has good amenities. I don't need to spend extra money on parking or high-speed internet. I like this option. Definitely a plus."
I remember once booking a place just because it had free breakfast, and honestly, it was worth it. The scrambled eggs and croissants from that complimentary breakfast were probably the best I've ever had.
So the breakfast made the decision for you?
Pretty much. I didn't even look at anything else after that.
Oh, that's so relatable. All right, let's say it together. A-men-e-ts. Amenities. Great, you nailed it.
See, learning vocabulary is much easier when there's free breakfast involved. All right, let's carry on. Let's look at this one. High rated.
High rated means people really liked it because it has excellent quality.
So if a hotel has lots of positive reviews, you could say, "This place is high rated," or "highly rated." It looks like a safe choice. And low rated means people didn't enjoy it due to poor service. We don't say lowly rated.
So you might say, "I'll skip this one. The reviews just aren't great."
Okay. And finally, let's look at per night and per person.
Per night means the specific price for one night in a hotel room.
So if a hotel costs 70 euros per night, you might say, "That's reasonable for one night. I'll check the total cost as well."
And per person means each individual person. So one traveler pays that exact amount.
Remember, it's not per people, but always per person.
Wow, wonderful. These are the words you'll actually see when booking trips online.
A quick reminder, come back to these and try making your own sentence with each one.
Grab your notebook, write them down if they're new for you. Practice saying them. That's how vocabulary actually sticks.
Okay.
All right, now let's bring everything together. We're going to compare two travel options, just like you would when planning a real trip.
And this time, don't just listen. Practice your speaking. Pause for a moment each time and ask yourself, what would I choose?
Imagine you're traveling with a friend. You're looking for a place to stay, and you have two completely different choices.
Pay attention to what matters most to you. Price, comfort, or location. Let's see the comparison terms in action.
Okay, so here's option A, a small hotel right in the city center.
It's high rated, the location is excellent, and it includes breakfast as a free amenity.
But here's the catch. It's more expensive. It costs around 130 euros per night. And the rooms are quite basic, nothing too fancy.
But, on the one hand, you'd be right in the middle of everything. Cafes, museums, train station. Really convenient. Now, let's look at option B. A guest house just outside the city center. It's much cheaper, around 80 euros per night, and the rooms actually look like a decent size.
But the downside is that the location is less convenient. You'll need public transport to get into the center, whereas option A lets you walk everywhere.
Plus, breakfast isn't included, so you have to pay extra for this or skip it.
Now it's decision time. This is what we call a trade-off, a compromise. Should I go for comfort and price, or convenience and location?
If I compare them, I'd say option A is way more convenient, but significantly more expensive.
And I'd say option B fits the budget better, though the location is less ideal.
And that's exactly how people talk when they're weighing their options.
Now it's your turn to practice some terms for comparing. Listen closely to the questions.
Pause the audio when you need to. Answer the 3 questions out loud. Number 1. Which option would you choose? A or B? Number 2. Why would you choose it? Try to use linking words like because, as well as, whereas, while. And number 3, can you compare both options in just one sentence? For example, you could say, I think option A is better because it's more convenient, while option B is much cheaper.
All right. Well done for practicing your speaking.
Even if you spoke for just a few seconds, that's real progress.
The more you do this, the more natural it becomes.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and never worry about being perfect. Before we finish, let's quickly go over a few common mistakes people make when comparing travel options in English. These are small things, tiny things, but they really affect how clearly you explain your choices.
First one, a very common mistake when talking about booking and price. Sometimes people say, I need to book accommodation for 5 person.
But hang on, let's please correct that. We say, I need to book accommodation for 5 people.
1 person? Many people. Person is singular, 1, and people is plural, more than 1. Just a small change, but it makes your English sound much more natural.
Another common issue happens when people describe options, but don't actually compare them. So they say things like, this hotel is nice. This other hotel is also nice.
But in travel English, we don't just list options, we compare them.
So instead, you could say, this hotel is more central, but the other one is cheaper. Or, this one has better amenities, but that one is more flexible. That's exactly what we did in today's episode, comparing options, not just describing them. Another very common mistake is using the same words for everything. So, saying, this hotel is good, this one is nice, both are good. But when you compare, you need more specific language. For example, this one is more convenient. This one is better value. This one is more comfortable. Exactly. Confidence comes from using the right words, not just more words.
A very common mistake in spoken English is confusing than and then. Some learners say things like, this hotel is bigger than the other one.
But remember, than with an A is for comparisons. So we say, this hotel is bigger than the other one.
Then with an E is for time or sequence. For example, first we check in, then we go for dinner. So use than comparing two things. A small difference, but it makes your English much clearer.
Another mistake is comparing two things, but not in the same category.
We sometimes call it comparing apples with apples, but for some, they compare an apple to a muffin.
Like when someone says, this hotel is cheaper, but the other one has a swimming pool.
That's not a comparison. That's just listing two unrelated facts.
A real comparison matches the same idea. Price with price, location with location, comfort with comfort.
When you compare the same category, your message becomes clearer and much easier for people to follow.
All right then, today's key ideas were simple. Think about flexibility, check the amenities, look at ratings, and compare price properly. Perfect. If you can use even a few of those naturally, your travel English will already sound much more confident.
Well done.
All right. Now, let's quickly bring everything together from today's episode. You've learned how to compare travel options in English and how to make clearer decisions when booking a trip.
And if you've been listening and repeating even a few phrases, that already makes a huge difference. Keep practicing like this. And honestly, that puts you ahead.
Here's a powerful tip you can use immediately. Don't think in single words like cheap, good, nice. Think in comparisons. Instead of, this hotel is good, try, this hotel is more convenient, but the other one is better value.
That's the shift that makes your English sound more natural. It's not just having more vocabulary, but more structure. And tip number 2, don't just think the sentence. Say it out loud. Even simple English like, I would choose this one because it's cheaper, is exactly how a good conversation should sound.
Fluency doesn't come from perfect English. It comes from using the English you already have. Even if you know a handful of words, use them. That's the key.
So what's coming up in our next episode?
Well, things will get even more exciting. We're going to be talking about airport hiccups. What to say when travel doesn't go quite smoothly.
Like when your flight is delayed or the announcement is too fast to understand?
Or when you're standing at the airport thinking, wait, gate change? What?
We'll give you the exact English you need in those moments.
So make sure you don't miss it. The next episode is full of practical English you'll actually use when traveling.
And if you're enjoying this series, keep going with us, episode by episode, building your confidence step by step. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and if you've already done so, thank you so much for your support.
Keep speaking, even if it's just a few sentences a day. Even small practice makes a big difference over time.
We'll continue in the next episode.
Thanks, everyone.